Hello, welcome to Teas in Harmony. How may I help you? You'd like a tour? That's great, I can do that. In fact, I am the shop owner, Lola. So I will give you the grand tour of all of our flavors of tea and give you a short description of each. And then at the end of the tour, you can pick whichever one catches your eye and have a taste of it yourself. Does that sound good? All right, let's get started. We have 3 different sections of the tour. The first section is in our boxed tea collection, which we sell in individual tea bags, but we also sell the boxes themselves in the store. So if you choose one of those and you end up enjoying it, then you can buy the whole box if you so choose. We also have our loose leaf teas, which if you're in less of a rush and don't need to just grab a tea bag and stick it in your hot water, then you can use it to make larger portions or smaller or whatever suits your needs. And those come in either a little zip-up baggie or a sealable container, plastic container. And if you choose one of those, then we have a fun little tea infuser to use in your tea. The third section of our tour is somewhat of a miscellaneous section. Those are the tea bags that are at the end of the boxes, and so we just put them all into one plastic container to show you. So let's get started with the boxed teas. The first selection is one of my favorites. This is the Tazo baked cinnamon apple flavor. You can sort of smell it. You can sort of smell that, but it's a very unique flavor, and I'll read the description that the company gives themselves, so then you can get the intent and the full description. It says, sweet, creamy African rooibos lovingly pinches apple's juicy, cinnamon-freckled cheeks. They spend the afternoon baking a caramelized pie together that tastes just like your favorite memories. This one has been one of my favorites, and it's also my mother's favorite. She insisted that I put it in my store. You ready for the next one? I don't have any other Tazo brand, but this one is sort of similar in brand. This is Tea Forte's Lemon Sorbetti. So, Peter Hewitt, the founder of this company, wrote a note on the side of this box about this flavor, so I'll read that to you. During a cold snap in Venice, I blended this delicious cup based on Italy's most celebrated sorbet, marrying the clean, tangy tastes of lemongrass, lemon myrtle, and lemon verbena. This brew yields a fragrant, most sweet infusion. Finest cincha tea leaves, exhilarating with the taste of citrus, perfect to cleanse your palate after a meal. This is a green tea, and I believe it is not decaffeinated. I believe it is caffeinated. It does not say on the box, but normally that means that it is caffeinated. The baked cinnamon apple is decaf, so just keep that in mind. Next, we have a classic Lipton. This one's almost at its end, this box, but that just means that it's especially good. This is their vanilla caramel truffle flavor. It has real pieces of caramel in it, apparently. I have never seen those real pieces of caramel, but it tastes good nonetheless. The description says, smooth and enriching, Lipton Vanilla Caramel Truffle Tea indulges the senses with its satisfying taste and delightful aroma. Our long-cut tea is hand-picked from only the top 2 leaves and a bud and packaged in our unique pyramid-shaped bags that allow the tea to flow freely with real pieces of caramel for a truly authentic tea infusion. Savor the flavor of 100 years tea experience in every cup. Most people who drink tea know of the brand Lipton, so you know that it's pretty guaranteed to be good quality. This is a unique flavor though, so that's why I included it in my store. Next, I have 3 different flavors from the same brand. Starting with Wild Berryzinger. Oh, before I move on though. Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, yes. This is caffeinated as well. I had to make sure. Celestial Seasonings Wild Berryzinger. This brand is one of my favorites. Not because it's any better quality than any other brand. It's good quality, but the flavors are so unique and it just separates it from the rest. Here's the description that is on the box. A perfect blend bursting with the natural flavor of black raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, red raspberries, cranberries, and even cherries. Plus flavorful herbs like hibiscus, rose hips, and chicory give this tea the extra zestiness it takes to be a zinger. Wild Berryzinger is delicious hot and outrageously refreshing iced. And, like all Celestial Seasonings herb teas, it's 100% natural and caffeine-free. So that right there tells you it's decaf. The next one is also by Celestial Seasonings, and it is their Honey Vanilla Chamomile. There's a storm brewing outside. Once again, it is decaf, so you don't have to worry about getting jittery. Our granny bear has always relied on a cup of chamomile tea to create a moment of calm in her day. Now chamomile tea is made even more special with the sweet flavors of honey and vanilla we add to our honey vanilla chamomile herb tea. The soothing, smooth quality of honey and vanilla is the perfect complement to the delicate taste of fine, 100% natural chamomile flowers we harvest into every tea bag. When you find a quiet moment, ease into a cup of contentment with honey vanilla chamomile herb tea. And this one is actually a new flavor in our collection. The next one is the last in our boxed portion of the tour. It is also by Celestial Seasonings. This is Sleepy Time Vanilla. I often drink this before bed. It says, vanilla lovers rejoice. We've added the creamy, nutty flavor of rich vanilla to Sleepy Time's beloved blend of floral chamomile, cool spearmint, and lively lemongrass. With its comforting aroma and perfectly balanced flavor, Sleepy Time Vanilla is an exquisitely soothing new way for you to wind down your day. I kind of like this vanilla because it's not the super sweet vanilla that often comes with the territory. It's a little bit it's got a little bit of a spice to it, which is really interesting and fascinating. So that is it for our boxed flavors. I'm going to move this to the side so I can show you our loose leaf teas. And here, first, is our tea infuser, because we love to have fun here. You just take off the bottom, get the tea scooper, and you scoop up your tea, put it in here. Make sure it's all secure, and put it in your cup. And it stays on this handy little seat when it's not in use. So, now I will show you our loose leaf teas. The first one is by A Southern Season, and it is called Vanilla a la Creme. This one is the token sweet vanilla flavor that we have, because our Sleepy Time vanilla is not super sweet, but this one is. But it still tastes so lovely. There's no need to add any sort of sugars or anything. This brand is very near and dear to my heart because it is from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, which is where part of my mom's side of the family used to live. So I like to support any local companies from down there. So the next flavor is also from A Southern Season, but it's quite different. This one is their Peach Blossom tea, and as the name implies, it tastes a lot like peaches. It's very southern while also tasting somewhat Asian influenced. Here, this one you should smell. Did you smell it? I love it. It reminds me of those little gummy candies we used to get when we were kids that tasted a little bit like peaches. I don't know. It's a little nostalgic for me. So that one had to be in our collection, no doubt. Next we have our plastic containers. This one was before we got our screw top ones. This is Chocolate Banana Foster. Oh, by the way, all of our loose leaf teas are caffeinated. So I just wanted to say that now that I remembered. The Chocolate Bananas Foster includes little dried pieces of banana, which you might be able to see. It's an herbal tea, and it's very fun, and it includes distinctly the tastes of banana and chocolate. So it's very nice, and it does not advertise itself falsely. It is definitely a nice, distinct chocolate and banana. Something about it makes me think of carnivals. It's just... It smells like a hint of coffee when you smell it, but once it's in the tea, it does not. It tastes like chocolate and banana. So that is the Chocolate Bananas Foster Herbal Tea. We also have a Honey Bush Vanilla Herbal Tea. And while it's not super sweet like our vanilla a la creme, it's not quite spicy like the Sleepy Time vanilla. It tastes sweeter than the Sleepy Time vanilla, but in more of a honey flavor than the vanilla a la creme. That is our Wild Honey Bush Vanilla. Next we have another fruity kind of flavor for you. This is the Strawberry Lemonade Herbal Tea. This one is one of our most popular iced teas, but it's also surprisingly very, very good hot. It tastes like a light, summery blend of a tiny bit of citrus plus sweet strawberries. So it's very cheeky and cute for a tea. And lastly, one of my favorites at the moment, this Wonderberry Chocolate Truffle Oolong Tea. Now, I'm not sure if Wonderberry is an actual berry's name, or if it's just called that because it's wonderful and it's got berries and chocolate flavors. But nonetheless, it is very delicious. It tastes like chocolate, but with a lightness added to it from a fruity berry-like flavor. The chocolate sort of makes it a little more complex. It adds some depth to the flavor, so it's very multifaceted as it hits your palate. And as the last section of our tour, we have the surprise box. This box has been through so much in my family. A lot of these flavors are very near and dear to my heart. First, this Double King tea bag. This is green tea, and it is from a popular Asian vendor in the area. This is their specialty, and so I picked up a bunch of them and drank them all myself because it was so delicious. And here is the closest thing we have to just plain old regular tea. This is a Lipton black tea, and we have 3 packets of those, so might need to refill that soon. We also have Lipton herbal tea. This is their orange flavor. You can sort of smell it. It's a little not so sure, but yes. And last but certainly not least is the tea that started my entire career. This is the Bigelow brand French vanilla decaffeinated tea. This was the first tea that I ever drank and liked. So it is very, very important to me, and it was important to have in my store. So that is all for today. Would you like to try any of the teas? Really? All right, sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna try some myself because I can't resist. So, I have 2 mugs. This one will be for you, and this one will be for me. What kind would you like? Me too. I was thinking of this too. I've had a long day, and I really needed some sleepy time tea. So, yeah, it has 2 tea bags, so how appropriate. I put them in both of our mugs. And now to fill them up. This is a handmade teapot made by myself. Years and years and years ago, actually. I made it based on the color of my favorite celebrity's eyes. So, if you know Darren Criss, he's my favorite celebrity at the time. So, there we have it. And let's have a sip. hope you enjoyed your tour, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by.